we do a lot of cross-qualifications where we have a lot of agents that put us on the listing agreement as a cross-qual agent, and certainly, when we frame it and go on those listings, it's to essentially, protect the seller from getting a bogus financial advice on a mortgage that they might not be able to close on. So we look at it, we take it very seriously. We're not really out to steal the loan from the other mortgage lender. Certainly that happens, but what has happened, and Danny's saying we are converting probably like 70% of these now on the cross-quals into loans on our site. And the conversation, I'd like Danny to kind of share with how he goes through that, because I think it's really impressive what he does, and I think it could help a lot of people out there if they become cross-qual on their listings with their agents.
So I guess, Danny, two things. One, what percentage of people, when you forward them a mortgage coach experience, they actually open it and look at it? What's your gut on that?
95%.
Okay.
And we know because the system tells us.
So I guess that brings up one point, and I think this will be a great opportunity to answer that question that Bill had, which is, I have loan officers that use mortgage coach and say, oh, what do I do to get people to open my emails? And usually it lies with, how did you frame it? And what does it look like in an email? Is the headline look like spam? Did you, bake the cake and say too much in the email? Or did you not frame it? So why don't we do this? Let's answer that question. Like, let's take that strategy. Let's talk about what you say before they get a report. And then let's deliver this report. I'll actually pull up the actual TCA at the appropriate moment. But why don't you start with, what do you say before this email goes out so that when they get it, they open it?
So this would be a really good example. Now, this is just kind of a mock mortgage coach that I put together for this presentation, but it's consistent with ones. There's dozens that we've sent out similar to this. Take, for example, a person who's been working with Bank of America or another lender out there who they've been told, because the person looked for the low-hanging fruit option or the high mortgage or the high margin loan, which was the FHA solution, because the customer came in with this preconceived notion that that was their only option, they were sold FHA from the beginning, and that was the only avenue they were ever taken down. And then we come in on a cross-call basis, we introduce ourselves in an extremely professional way, and then we, as part of our pre-approval process, we really require everything in the kitchen sink, basically anything that we would need to truly underwrite the file. And then to deliver the message of pre-approval, we send out the total cost analysis and say, here are the loans that we have you pre-approved for. I'd like to spend some time over the phone to go through these with you because I feel it's really important for you to truly understand what you're getting into. We don't want you to make a bad decision. So we frame it in a way that this information can be critical to their decision-making process. I use a tactic right now where I'm talking through the pre-approval with the customer on the phone, and then I ask them the question, well, actually, like it just kind of popped into my head, oh, actually, are you sitting at a computer right now, or do you have a smartphone or an iPad handy? And 99% of the time, the person will say yes, and I'll deliver them the link while I actually have them on the line. So they have no opportunity to see the link or the total cost analysis information without me there guiding them through it. And then I'll walk them through it over the phone in real time. So while they may not have gotten a video or audio note, in those, I would say this probably falls into about 50% of the total cost analysis I send. I will deliver them the link while they're on the line with me. And the added benefit of that is I don't introduce to them that I have the ability to interact with this in real time. On their side of things, it just looks like a bunch of information to consume. But then as I start clicking around, they have this aha moment where they say, wait a second, are you in my computer right now? And then the next words out of their mouth without fail is, this is so cool. And then right away we know that we've now at least put ourselves in a position where we have an at-bat when they finally get into contract.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you're giving the mortgage coach report to everybody, you're creating the video, you're driving that experience, but every realtor is seeing that the way that you deliver mortgage options is unique and it's valuable. And they have a belief that if they refer someone to you, they're going to get a better conversion rate. Because let's face it, like on a listing agent's case, they want to make sure that house closed. They want to make sure that they're doing the loan with someone that's reliable. So knowing that you guys are this good at vetting the people they put into escrow, and that 70% of the time they're going to actually go with you because you're better, I think most realtors would like that. So first of all, I think that's a huge takeaway for this call. If you're on this call, people always say, oh, I can't get business from listing agents. Big idea here. And by the way, not a new idea, but it's just pretty obvious that you guys are executing on that idea in incredibly, in a great way.